The story is set. The moment Goku would get Ultra Imperfect Instinct against Jiren, a light would rise, and ancestral power would be released from Zeno-sama's. His body was asleep, and the ancestral power of the demon god was first feeling the pure energy of the Ultra Instinct in his mortal. He was able to wake up after millions of years.
So, after millions of years, I was sealed in this place. I can't believe in this era mortals are more powerful than gods. This is a joke. I have to do something, since the only one able to defeat me was the first Saiyan god, and the energy of this guy is similar.
The demon god would take control of Zeno-sama's body, and it would do nothing, seeing the outcome of the battle, realizing Jiren would defeat Goku without effort.
The power you have is amazing, but it's incomplete.
Goku would fly to the large sphere on behalf of Jiren, and that power of Zeno-sama released, alerting the tournament of power. But all of the fuss that it was caused would be seen as the limbs of the Guardians would be dismembered, while a negative aura was released.
I won't let that mortal master the power of the Ultra Instinct. I was defeated by that power. And since I was defeated, that energy of the cursed flame rulers were able to seal me in the bodies of their descendants.
Zeno-sama with speed against Goku would be charging him, and no being was able to see what happened. Though he was trying to end Goku's life, Daishinkan would get in front, receiving the blow, and Goku would have been deadly. The High Priest, it was nothing but just great damage to his body. Daishinkan would fall, spitting out blood, and the Angels of the 12 Universes would be by his side.
Father, I don't know what happened. This warrior is not Zeno-sama. Even the exact moment that Goku achieved Ultra Instinct, I could realize both Zeno-samas were able to completely unite.
Damn, the power of Zeno-sama is amazing. I can't crush the power he has to unite with a part of the future.
I agree, Father. It's not the personality of the great Zeno-sama. I'm able to deduce more of a powerful warrior that's controlling him. The angels would grant Daishinkan support, making him recover his power, and he had not lost a large amount of energy. He would stay at the max of their powers. The warrior in front was of danger.
Gods, even though we weren't able to help this battle, we have to support. Even though these warriors were eliminated by the aura of this being that is controlling Zeno-sama.
The 12 gods of destruction would transmit their energy in their respective angels, and that connection they had with the collection of power multiplied even more. All this would be in vain though, because the angels along with Daishinkan launched themselves against Zeno, couldn't do anything. Zeno, with a few agile movements, would dodge their enemies and hit them, and a few warriors that did remain in the tournament were the most powerful warriors of each universe.
I feel like my body's turning into dust. That guy wants to end Goku's life. There's gotta be a reason, and for that, this powerful warrior is trying to end his life.
Jiren, with the help of Hit's time jump, would be by Goku's side, and Vegeta next to Frieza transmitted some of his energy with the intention to stand up once more.
Damn, I never thought Zeno would be able to betray us. He even called himself Kakarot's friend. No, as far as I could see, the more powerful entity was able to take over his body. That entity wants to end Son Goku, and we gotta do something to get him out of here.
At this moment, a great mental connection would be established between the warriors and gods who were on the platform of the tournament.
Gods and mortals, I want you to gather Goku and Vegeta to one place. The weak point of this warrior is the Saiyan race, and if we die, we'll grant you a new opportunity. And you gods, I want you to transmit your power to the warriors protecting you.
The last hope of the 12 universes would begin, and the battle dragged on even longer. Angel after angel would fall. Goku and Vegeta being wrapped in an energy sphere, Zeno-sama would realize they were about to escape and increase their power more.
I will not allow them to leave this place. This will be the place of their death. I plan to allow a new Super Saiyan God to appear.
Zeno-sama would throw an energy sphere, trying to turn Goku and Vegeta into atoms, and their souls were destroyed. Daishinkan, 100% of his power would be used to save them, and would create a body in their respective fusions, Gogeta and Vegito.
Goku, Vegeta, you're the salvation of the universes. I give you more gifted bodies. I trust you will save the multiverse.
The sphere would disappear in the energy of Goku and Vegeta, because Zeno-sama would start to laugh over this place.
I finally eliminated that dirty Saiyan. I've been able to realize this universe, there are more powerful warriors, which means no other Saiyan will be able to get that power.
Zeno-sama, of a quick movement, would be leaving the angel's throne and would approach Daishinkan, staring at him with blood releasing from his body.
You could be my priest, and because of your attitude, you'll die. Even if I don't end your life, Your terrible wounds will make you die. But out of benevolence, I'll be able to end your suffering. So die.
Zeno-sama stretched out one of his hands, ending Daishenkin's life. Zeno-sama would return to the throne, having ended the lives of the mortals, and would wait for the angels to wake after the beating they got. The gods said nothing, realizing that Daishenkin defeated them as if they were nothing.
Wow, I can't believe the power that guy has. I don't know how the hell he did it, but we gotta follow him. Since Daishenkin's last orders were before he died, the savior appears in some universe.
The angels would wake up, and their bodies had wounds, but they would be taken out of their thoughts by the voice of Zeno-sama.
Angels of gods, I hope I have your support. I'll be your new ruler. Whoever objects can step forward and eliminate it once and for all.
The angels, with the intention of fighting again, would be stopped by a mental power that would be reflected in their minds.
My children, if you see this, it means I've been eliminated. Don't worry, I've devised Plan Z for the salvation of the universes. Follow all the indications of him. I don't want you to die, I trust you.
The mental power would end and the angels would be in their place, and Zeno-sama gave the indications of the universes.
Due to the large number of mortals that exist in the universes, I know I have their loyalty. I want that tomorrow in my palace to take the body of 1,000 inhabitants, and that'll be enough to know that they're on my side, and so they can leave.
The kingdom of nothingness would be evaporated, and because of this, each god and angel would return to their universe, and a place far away from the 12 universes, to be more precise, the kingdom of angels. A beautiful angel would notice the presence of two bodies and would fall on her planet with great speed. Mikoshin, at a great speed, was able to intercept them, realizing they were just babies, and at the instant of holding them, Daishenkin's mind power would be reflected in his mind.
Mikoshin, I know that you're an angel that would find these mortals. I want you to grant them a little of your power. Since they reached their adulthood, the great Zeno-sama manipulated an evil army, and their salvation is for the everything of that is existing. I've sent them to the sacred kingdom. I'm counting on you.
Mikoshin would be surprised knowing Zeno-sama's multiverse was in danger and would follow Daishenkin's rules. And because of this, Mikoshin was using her power to make Goku reborn to Gogeta's body, preserving the memories and powers, and Vegeta into Vegeto's body in the same way with those same memories and powers. And with the help of Mikoshin's power, they were able to reach the most powerful form.
They will be the savior of the 12 universes. I don't believe it. At first glance, they're just mortals, but they can develop their powers. If Daishenkin trusted them, it's gotta be for something specific.
A few days would pass in the Sacred Kingdom. Goku and Vegeta would wake, finding themselves alternating, and everything that had happened.
My head hurts. Everything's spinning. What happened?
You're right, Kakarot. I feel the same discomfort. My head's spinning. It hurts. Where are we?
A huge aura would rise over the place, and Mikoshin would approach them, enveloped in aura of flames.
Well, the saviors of the 12 universes have woken up, but before you want to tell me something, you should know that they've died. Thanks to Daishenkin's technique, they were reborn as an improvised version of their bodies.
Goku and Vegeta were surprised by Mikoshin's clarification, more surprised that they were able to see each other.
What? How's this possible? Vegeta, you're the fusion with the Earring Supreme. I didn't think the High Priest had that technique.
Well, I say the same thing, Insect. The appearance of the fusion means these steps. Definitely the Great Priest has granted us help.
I don't know what happened outside the 12 universes. In this sacred realm, disconnection from a planar universe, Daishenkin is my older brother. I've been able to help him with this favor. I'll train you for a few months so you can find out what happened. I really appreciate it. I know it's weird to have a body fusion, but if this situation means my power increases... No, he's wrong. The power that they kept of the original bodies has been transferred to these, and it's an improved version of their own bodies. This time they can withstand more pressure and train with a higher energy load without suffering the wear and tear of before.
Awesome. I can't let that bastard destroy the 12 universes. We gotta be more powerful to continue as possible.
Agree. I can't believe this warrior's powerful enough to control Zeno-sama. Control Zeno-sama? Daishenkin's not going into details what happened, but that wretch taking advantage of Zeno-sama is the king of the evil young never seen before. What? I don't know what you're saying. In the body of the kings of all, the power of the first demon god was sealed, and his power was able to defeat the family of the kingdom, including angels and gods. The first Saiyan god with his infinite power defeated him, and the price was to pay his own life.
So that means the Saiyans have existed since ancient times. They're able to seal Zeno-sama's body? From what I could see, you could tell me this happened millions of years ago.
The first death of the Super Saiyan God. We had desperate measures and sealed that power of the Demon God in the 12 universes, while his offspring was the power of the Demon God would pass to his descendants. Zeno-sama was the youngest, parents corrupted by demonic energy, ending themselves with their own lives, and Zeno-sama's attitude was that of a child.
So that's what happened. We don't plan on letting him get that control of Zeno-sama's body totally. Train us.
Please, we've been blessed with these bodies that we could get to achieve power beyond our limits, and that wrench required power to defeat Daishinken.
A great rumble would be seen in the sacred realm. Mikoshin's power increased incredibly.
I suppose that's my brother had died. I don't want to accept it. I'll train and teach them the most important thing, so they finish that bastard.
In Zeno-sama's realm, everything would be enveloped in chaos energy. Goku and Vegeta had new bodies, and with training in the Sacred Kingdom, they were seen by Mikoshin, both having a great battle, and everything would tremble while Mikoshin analyzed the combat of each style.
Wow, it's amazing how much energy they have. An ordinary being couldn't release such masses of power.
Mikoshin would take steps back because a great power would cause an extortion of energy. Mikoshin would create a small energy barrier not affected at all.
Wow, the guy named Gogeta has said the body currently has a fusion of both, but in the different fusions. That's the reason I could feel essence extra of the Ultra Instinct and the Ultra Ego in both of them.
Wow, Vegeta! Apparently you have incredible power. You have great power that won't beat me, though. I have to, in my mind, raise my destructive power more. I hope you can keep up. Don't say something stupid. I'm the Prince of the Saiyans. You can't beat me, and with my body of our fusions, I'll be to the top of all warriors and massacre that imposter. Gogeta would access Super Saiyan Blue Max, generating destruction. Vegeta wouldn't be left behind and would also access Super Saiyan Blue Max, and hundreds of rays would be released over the battlefield. They couldn't damage the Sacred Realm because the Great Barrier Mikoshin had placed.
It definitely did the right thing putting up that barrier. That great destruction would be caused over the Sacred Kingdom.
Gogeta and Vegeta stared at each other, and against each other, the great battle of two would begin. In Universe 7, on the planet of Beerus, the deities were walking over the planet, and Beerus would take a break with the silence. Hey Whis, we have to go to Earth informing Goku and Vegeta about what happened. I bet they're worried. I'm surprised you, the god of destruction, want to explain what has happened in the Tournament of Power. Because Beerus, you being the most powerful and arrogant god of the 12 universes, apparently the mortals have softened your heart. You're right about that. Those damn Saiyans could soften me a little bit, and for that reason I owe them an explanation. Beerus and Whis would go to Earth. In other universes, tension would be felt as the new king of all had negative energy, and all this would be inside the first demonic god. And in the kingdom of Zeno-sama, energy was being released, and Zeno-sama would take a look at the destruction.
Damn, I want to get rid of that seal. Even though I have been able to control this dwarf's body, I want to own it. I have to be able to have the energy capacity of my own.
That's right, the first demon god logged to free himself from the seal that was in Zeno-sama's body. It was getting complicated and had passed from generation to generation and would not be easy to break.
No, damn, I have to be able to break this seal. I don't want to stay here. I'll have to enter the confines of all the universes known as the Lost Universes. I'm sure there we could break this seal.
Zeno-sama was heading towards the Lost Universes. The deities arrived to Earth and received the other warriors.
Wow, you guys are back! That means our universe is the winner! I remember that the universes losing would be eliminated.
No, Bulma, you're wrong. It's difficult to tell you, but the participants of the Tournament of Power have been eliminated by a being who could control Zeno-sama. We don't know what happened. We're waiting for the savior. Tears would come out of her eyes, and she would pull herself together.
But we can use the Dragon Balls to bring them back. We can't let them die like nothing. We have to do something.
Miss Bulma, we can't. This guy is greater than Zeno-sama, and even with the Dragon Balls bringing them to life, we'd have to wait for the savior.
Savior? Who's the savior? We haven't been able to save a warrior in the 12 universes. I don't know how this could have happened.
I'm really sorry. You don't have to say anything else, though. We have to go train.
I'm sure that it won't last long with this new ruler and a battle between the gods and angels against that supposed king of everything's being fought. It'll be the most destructive battle the 12 universes have seen.
I agree, Mr. Beerus. This battle will end up with 99% of the life in the 12 universes. But we have to take the victory if we want to return to normal. The deities will return to their planet, thinking they're going to go through training. Even the angels and gods had that in mind. In the Sacred Kingdom, the combat of both Saiyans would reach a climax, and both were connecting great blows falling to the ground, great destruction. Well, I didn't expect the battle to end in a draw. It's reasonable, since both bodies of the two warriors eliminated that imposter of the great Zeno-sama. Mikosha would head towards them, starting to heal their wounds, and the wounds being healed with an incredible increase of power was obtained incredibly. They didn't even have the slightest with their original bodies. Well, that's enough. We could heal their wounds and get them back to power they've spent on the battlefield. Zeno-sama with his power would manage to reach the Lost Universes, and at the moment, a great pressure would fall on his body, making him fall to a planet. The Lost Universes weren't even part of the 12 original universes. Being the oldest, the warriors of the Monsters of Energy could bend the king of Whole as Zeno-sama was. Damn, if I had my original body, that pressure would be nothing. I don't get how this weakling is the most powerful warrior of the 12 universes. A large being with the appearance of evil would show up, beginning to walk through the air, and each step, everything was destroyed.
Well, what do we have here? Is he the king of the whole? The 12 universes? What are you doing here? Even though you're a king of the whole, it's forbidden for you to step in the Lost Universes. We could finish you easily.
Shut up, Yarka. If I was the best, I'd finish you in the blink of an eye. You better stop releasing that pressure. I'll end your miserable life.
Ha! You make me laugh. But what surprises me the most is that you know my name. How do you know it? Since these few beings know my name, I'll only tell the warriors of great powers.
I know your name because I've beaten you dozens of times. I was able to teach you a couple techniques. I'm Akira, so you better stop releasing that pressure or I'll finish you.
Yarka would finish trembling in front of him, the first demon god, ceasing to release all his pressure, flying quickly to Zeno-sama's aid. Yarka would transmit a little energy which would heal his wounds.
You are my lord Yarka. Since no divine energy is capable of assimilating the demonic energy, much less the demonic energy coming from the first demon god. It's been a long time, my lord.
Of course, you idiot! I've been sealed for millions of years by the family kings of the whole, and they transferred me to their descent. But thanks to the essence of the Saiyan God, I could wake up. I still hate them, though, and it's a matter of being sealed I've been able to recognize.
Understand, but what brings you here?
I can't come here? I was the one who formed these universes, and I can't come here. What do you think you are trying to ask me questions? Even if I want to have all the universes lost to the 12 universes.
I'm sorry, my lord. I didn't mean to disrespect you. I'm sure you have something in mind. These universes are dangerous without your body.
I admit you're right, but I've been forced to come in these directions. I've been able to break the seal of this body, and I want to have my original one. Help me break the seal.
My lord, you've come to the right place, and I in these millions of years have specialized in sealing beings of great power. I can help.
So, let's get started. These damn gods and angels, they're trying to do something to overthrow me.
Understand. Right now, we'll start. These seals are capable of cracking. With space seals, rather than universal space seals, these are capable of breaking an original seal.
Yarka would instantly start to flow his energy into Zeno-sama's body, releasing the seals, and with each seal in Zeno-sama's body, they would cause him great pain, splitting out large amounts of blood all over the place.
My lord has to endure it. I'm sure you can feel the seal weakening.
You're right. I can feel my soul being torn. I feel like the whole seal is starting to crack. I can still take it, though.
Yarka would continue breaking these seals, and the Sacred Realm Gogeta and Vegeta would wake up. The instant they did, they would be surprised by the power that was in their body.
Wow, what happened? How could I get this power and only being asleep? Maybe it's the Saiyans being fused by two of them. Isn't it augmentation ability increased?
I feel the same. We have multiple paddles to increase our powers greatly.
On the other hand, they are right. Their bodies that they do possess are fusions, and their abilities are normally possessed with greatly enhanced, so they've been able to have a great advantage against others.
This is amazing! These bodies we have can beat that guy. We gotta continue, though.
I agree. No matter how much potential we have, if we don't train, we won't get more powerful.
I agree, but I want you to meditate. Your spiritual energy may be affected if you're not in a new body. From what I understand, Goku was able to get the Ultra Instinct, while Vegeta wasn't able to achieve Special Doctrine.
Damn it. So you think by another doctrine in particular? Is there another doctrine besides Ultra Instinct?
Of course! There are 3. Well, really 2. One is Goku's Ultra Instinct, the second's Ultra Ego, and what's most likely is Mr. Vegeta's achieved the God of Destruction training.
But you've said 3! What's the other?
The last is the most powerful one. It's known as Mega Instinct, which is both of them combined, Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. This state can only be achieved by fusion, but as Shaken giving you the body of a fusion, I can feel the essence of you both.
Wow, we can achieve the most powerful one. Even though that wretch finished us, I can avenge everyone, making myself more powerful.
I agree, Kakarot. These power of these Saiyans get me excited, and these enemies continue with our training.
And that's how Gogeta and Vegeta would continue, being supervised by Mukoshin. In the Lost Universes, Zeno-sama would be destroyed, and a beam of energy would rise. Everything would be destroyed, and the original body of Zeno's would have damage that caused death. And the original body of Akira would separate from Zeno's, causing an electrical storm from the first demon god.
This is different. To the body of the dwarf, I feel my whole body being loaded with power of the Lost Universes.
Akira would release more power, managing to shake the multiverse. Akira, the first demon god, would break the seal, his true form seen through the Lost Universe. The entire galaxy would give him a power incredible Akira, and this time, Akira, before being sealed, left most of his power in the celestial bodies and stars of the Lost Universes. Akira, being released, accessed that power that was sealed in said galaxies. Zeno-sama, being in a terrible condition and almost dead, would be able to regain consciousness and realizing everything around him seemed like hell. He was also able to see the first demonic god. No, I gotta get out of here! If I'm able to hear these Lost Universes, I'm able to feel the energy of the guardian angels. I gotta leave quickly. Yaraka would instantly see Zeno-sama pouncing, and it was too late. Zeno-sama with the dimensional seal completely disappeared, mobilizing at a high speed.
No dim. It looks like he's teleporting. His body's moving at a huge speed.
That speed which he's moving is able to be compared to the demon god Savitir.
Akira, don't worry. Let him leave. Because this will be more fun. That dwarf will inform the gods of my return and let them train. Without the Super Saiyan God's offspring, it's impossible for them to defeat me. And in this moment, it's to control this power.
The instant Akira would finish, he'd spit out blood. His body wasn't used to the power and would enter the darkest corner of the Forbidden Universe known as the Abyss Massacre.
My lord, are you sure you don't want to go into the Abyss Massacre? I know that this power is capable, and no demon from this era could come out alive. It massacres him, and with this ability, I don't know if he can pull it off.
A pressure would fall on the place, Akira's gaze reflecting anger, like thousands of rays released by the planets.
What did you say? Do you doubt me, the first demon god not getting out of the abyss? I'm the first demon god, the prodigy, who could never shine for that damn Saiyan. Wait for my return.
Akira would enter the Abysmal Massacre. On Beerus' planet, both deities would be training. In the middle of the planet, Rumble would be shaking the planet and a destruction would cause, with Beerus and Whis approaching to see what's going on.
But if it's Zeno-sama, there's no way a negative essence could release his body. That's weird. Who could be the powerful king of all like this?
I agree, but seeing your terrible condition, we can end your life once and for all. And that negative essence still inside will be able to eradicate us completely.
I know. This entity can't control the great Zeno-sama. I don't really know what we should do. We should ask for some support.
Whis would communicate with the gods and angels, and the deities of other universes would arrive, realizing the condition of Zeno-sama.
Beerus, you're the most powerful god of the 12 universes. We're with you to make the decision. Don't feel pressure. I just want you to know you have our support. I appreciate it. I'll follow my instincts. Angels, help heal the wounds of Zeno-sama. I'm sure that negative entity took his body that no longer lies inside.
All the angels would help with their staffs to restore the energy of Zeno-sama. It wasn't enough to leave the energy of Zeno-sama at 100%, because though the angels united their powers, they couldn't compare to 50% of Zeno-sama's power. Mr. Beerus, we have to heal Zeno-sama's wounds. We haven't managed to give him all his power. This time Zeno-sama is out of danger, we just hope he wakes up.
I understand. We have to be patient.
In the Sacred Kingdom, a few years passed. Time in the Sacred Kingdom was different of the 12 universes, and Gogeta and Vegeta would increase their powers in a great way, obtaining incredible results. Vegeta and Gogeta would master Ultra Instinct all 100% of all their power. Wow, you guys are prodigies! It amazes me that you can achieve the Ultra Perfect Instinct in these months.
This is because we have a clear goal. We can't allow that one who controlled Zeno-sama to destroy everything. Our goal is to be more powerful as fast as possible.
I agree with you, Insect. That bastard showed the true power of the Saiyan race. I'm sure he can end our lives, even though he's afraid of our power.
Of course, we gotta master the Mega Instinct that has a much greater power, and not have any obstacles when we fight him.
I agree. If we can get Mega Instinct, their defense and offense would be another level. And if they're teamed up, that guy didn't have a chance.
Thank you very much for your tip. Of course we're gonna master Mega Instinct 100%, and to not even have an energy drain on the battlefield.
But for them to master all that, they must master all the internal energy. Mega Instinct is a state of calm and time. It's a state of destruction. They must have a perfect balance.
You don't have to worry about that. We're expert warriors. We're experts on internal energy balance. We just gotta try harder. This time, Vegeta and Gogeta would start the most complex mental training they ever had. And returning to Universe 7, Zeno-sama would wake up, releasing power, and everyone present would fall to their knees because the king of all, whose power could not be compared to gods or angels. Apparently, it was a terrible idea to cure the king. He's still in control of that guy. I can't feel any essence. Zeno-sama realized that the presence of the gods of destruction as well as the angels would diminish his power. I'm sorry, I thought I was in the Lost Universes and was able to escape from that place. We got a plan. I don't know what happened. The guy took over my body. It was the first demon god, and to recover his original body, I have to return. So, it wasn't that bad to heal all his wounds. But Lord, how could we face that guy? Even if a high priest was defeated by you, even though that guy didn't have his original body.
I didn't think that Daishinkan had fallen into the hands of that guy. We must resist all the 12 universes. Like me, that guy can't master all his power. He was sealed for hundreds of years. We gotta train.
I agree with you, Zeno-sama. No matter how much we train, we won't be able to do anything. It's not to be negative. We're just gods. We have to train to be able to compare ourselves with Daishinkan. You're right. I'm not gonna die without doing something.
I'll take care of the training of the angels. My power is the highest of the 12. Mr. Beerus, train the gods of destruction, and Zeno-sama to train his combat state. It seems to me a correct distribution. We can't train together. My simple pressure would crush them. Exactly. For that reason, I thought about that distribution. We must not waste time. We angels create three-dimensional rooms, achieving training and better results. Whis with the angels would form the rooms, with each room as designated groups, and the groups would enter their respective rooms, while Whis and Beerus would return to sea.
We gotta endure the last hope of the 12 universes. I'm sure Daishinkan, even after death, has a plan.
Father, please help us. I'm sure that the ability you have granted us, each one a fundamental role when the new war is about to approach, we can't defend the first demon god, a warrior. Our hope is that we have an ace in our sleeve. Everyone entered their rooms with the intention of breaking their limits. Yaraka began to release hundreds of toxins though around, and with the help of a dimensional portal would send them to the 12 universes.
I'm sure those miserable divine beings can't do anything, but we can't be surprised. They can corner us. I'll have an energy bomb ready to detonate.
The toxins Yaraka was devising was nothing more than a great demonic energy bomb, with power to destroy the 12 universes. In the abyss, Akira would go deeper, being able to eradicate warriors that stood in his way. After a few weeks and finishing hundreds of warriors, he reached the supreme planet of the Abyss Massacre.
I knew after millions of years the supreme planet would be hidden in the slaughter abyss. The warriors I've faced are useless.
Akira would approach towards the base, with pressure being able to break several bones and would make him vomit blood.
Damn! I don't remember this planet having this pressure.
Akira, despite the damage, would stand and reach the base of the planet in a meditation pose. The planet had an incredible pressure, and it would increase and control his divine energy. It was known as the sacred planet of the Abyss Massacre.
I must be able to control the lost power of this planet. It's the best place to train. Due to the gravitational pressure, my energy flow is forced to improve. Every body and living being must adapt to the environment or die.
So Akira, despite the blood flow, would continue his training. In the 12 universes, the negative energy bomb Yaraka was ready.
With this amount of negative energy, it won't leave a trace of the 12 universes. We just have to hope Akira can return from the Abyss Massacre. I will take the dare to recruit the speed demon Savitar.
Yaraka would leave for Savitar, returning to the Sacred Kingdom. Gogeta and Vegeta, despite controlling their internal energy, didn't have the Mega Instinct, because Goku in Gogeta's body had a higher percentage of Ultra Instinct, that is the energy of peace, and 70% unlike the energy of destruction.
I thought this would be easier. It costs too much to master energy of destruction, but I can't give up.
On Vegeta's body, in Vegeta, he'd have the energy of destruction 90% of the Ultra Instinct, or of peace, but he only achieved it 10% because they couldn't access the most powerful state. It's just I told you, even though you are prodigies, mastering the energies is complex, because if you want to protect the 12 universes, only the Mega Instinct will achieve it.
Don't worry, it's complex, but we'll achieve it.
In that moment, the Sacred Kingdom would shake, and the 12 universes and the Lost Universe, a destruction would come, and because Akira would manage to take 100% of his power.
I've finally been able to get all my power back. It's time to pay those divine subjects a visit. I forgot how satisfying it is to train on a planet.
Everyone around him would begin to destroy, and beings of the Sacred Realm would panic because the power that was felt through the Omniverse. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.